really matter. I just finished crushing couple summers. I just finished crushing couple summers. I just finished crushing couple summers. I just finished crushing couple summers, yeah.
Ops try to strike, man, I'm cool. Class in sesh, take them to school. Lull them to sleep, mash them fools. Step out the pit with a bowl full of gruel. Couple summers crush on an endless road. No tall tales, what a sight to behold. Title's a story and it must be told. How to stay fresh while getting so gold.
40-something looking at these windows. Serve life sense, what you know about it. Let the sails out, let the wind blow. We all headed to the same, so it don't really matter. I just finished crushing couple summers. I just finished crushing couple summers. I just finished crushing couple summers. I just finished crushing couple summers, yeah. I just finished crushing couple summers, yeah.
Since then, I've been seeing the past in one eye and the present in the other. So I thought I could only see patches of reality, never the whole picture.
Yeah, check.
Don't tell me things like that.
Cruising through nebulas in the swordfish tube, becoming one with the hues of the orange and blue. C'est la vie on the horizon, I joined a crew, like the bebop with a lower tech point of view. So rhyme fugitives better get back. Bars hit as if impacted with backhand sent from jet black. Soaring past my challenges, reviews hold my setbacks. Got the key inside of me like iron, I'll never get hacked. Lenses in my eyes never collate. To most people I can barely relate. Being principled, stop being all fate. Trying to forget the past, but I can barely abate. Meditating on the battle to come. Training in the sights on my 941. Jeet Kune Do, Bruce Lee, kicking rhymes for fun. Feeling fluid like water flowing around their punch. Bang, time to rock another session. Get everybody together here for a second. 3, 2, 1, let's jam. It's time to blow the scene, no equals. A true space cowboy, that's how you know it's me. Bang, time to rock another session. Get everybody together here for a second. 3, 2, 1, let's jam. It's time to blow the scene, no equals. A true space cowboy. The end of my path, I'm destined to die. But I'm still headed on the course just to see I'm alive. What's the point of breathing air if you're not trying to thrive? I can see through all the lies with my augmented eye. Tossed in the fire, but a phoenix would rise. It sounds like their problem, if it's me they despise. Red Dragon Syndicate thinking they're vicious surprise. My Valentine caught feelings, but I'm in love with the skies. It's all a dream that's inside of my mind. In the future one day, I'd just like to know why. I guess the bounty I was seeking all along was my pride. When you're banished from heaven, then hell is where you reside. Whatever happens will happen, hope not to you but to I. You're gonna carry that weight until it cripples your spine. Playing the real folk blues, a melody old as time. Between sane and insane's a line that can't be defined. Bang, time to rock another session. Get everybody together here.
Alright, today is Lord's Day.
Let's jam. It's time to blow the scene, no equals. A true space cowboy, that's how you know it's me. Bang, time to rock another session. Get everybody together here for a second. 3, 2, 1.
3, 2, 1.
It's time to blow the scene, no equals.
No equals. That's how you know it's me. Bang.
Just throw your life away like it was nothing?
King Kong, kingdom come. Black feet, my breed don't run. My deep feet fight for fun. Now the hunger's more than crumbs. All the hunters hear them drums. All the liars hide their tongues. All the buyers know I bring the finest. Hide the jungles jumping. Con mi mano en la pista, cojones. Explotamos los televisores, ya tenemos rehén la emisora. A buen tiempo no llega la hora. Esto es como un gancho a los riñones, como Keino con los corazones. Los mejores de aquí, claro que sí. No quiero más confusión.
A comernos a estos macrones, acabando con los trapusores. Yo aquí con el sargento no falla, ni siquiera con las municiones. Tú querías venir con cotorra, tiene pipi en los pantalones. Yo aquí cool as can be, under the pressure no flee. Anda maones, start the charge off, on it. Pero fuiste tú que te guayaste. No me vengan que tú lo pediste. Tú creías que esto era un chiste. So you wanted the smoke in the fuiste.
Table the pieces. Dreaded X. We never miss.
Lost in the infinite cosmos, consistent with models, distant from hydrogen rich material energy that I wanna borrow. Classified cataclysmic. Battle crush, another scientific, quite implicit, bright and vivid, fire spitting, super luminous event, taking off in the distance. Quick, fast, and in a hurry, I'm ejecting a thick mass in a flurry, a classical leap in a fusion and gravity, massive magnitude and flashes occurring. Temperature rising, unnerving, with heavy elements making up my lunch. Pressure increased due to accreted helium, unique as I'ma only do this once. Dying desire inspired the ire, so he's setting light to the fire. A mind even higher can shine even brighter to finally inspire the tiniest squire. Used to see meaning as dire, the glow is to open your eyes, and even less time to admire the scene in the sky. What kind of phoenix am I? Gleaning aside, find me within a binary system where I'm keen to reside. Then making off with ingredients, much like a thief in the night. Prophet of space, rocking with haste. Red giant white dwarf locked in embrace. Shocking and grace. I'll make sure your telescope is locked into place. Lengthy duration would not be the case. Anything within its range socked in its face. Impossibly moving at escape velocity. Out of these speeds, you are not giving chase. Free to surmise, teaching comprised over beat within rhyme. Only beacons describe as the light from it reaches. As I am the nova you seek to describe.
From the West Coast, lyricism is deep, and when people, you know, in the past always slept as if West Coast didn't have lyricism. West Coast always had lyricism, you know what I mean?
Yeah, my words are worse than a nuke. They're searching for truth. This is the null hypothesis versus
Commander.
the burden of proof that's lurking.
What's up, brother?
GU surgeon peeking through your curtain. All you see is serpent. The perfect vehicle,
Even though you can go on purpose. Yeah, I'm out here making moves with my brothers through music. The verbal judo. Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate it. You know, I gotta go a little African today. I gotta go a little Nigerian on fools. Thank you. It's always cool when you get a compliment from one of your family. I didn't get a lot of compliments growing up, so I take them to heart these days. So I appreciate it. I appreciate it. We're gonna be very cool billionaires. I'll say that. To learn who's greatest. Whole new faces is one and the same. You run in the rain, newly escaped, or come in chains. IQ's in the upper range. Sativa when you puff the strain with the seafood. So he can teach you. You can reach through. Secretly and on your borders, peacefully. Stupid. If you pitch it in, then right with the nouns. Damn. I totally forgot about that song. How you feeling today, Commander Vermin? Working in the rain, huh? Well, I'm about to norch in your honor. So, cheers. I feel you on that, man. I mean, I'm I'm right there with you, bro. Yeah. I get madder and madder. Just stop it. Back in your pocket. What you know not? And shut the fuck up. Yeah, no, I totally get that, bro.
See the villain's eyes? Larger than the other characters. They insinuate like a skewed perspective on how they see the world. Just off normal.
I learned a lot of lessons in this long life. When you're doing right. Same song. It's the same song. You're really all alone. Don't make the place their home. And never what the fuck you told. Everything you don't do sounded like a beacon. If you regardless of the outcome, outrun. Gifted anomaly. How you feeling about your first class yesterday, dog? Shit's pretty dope, right? Very evil. And that was a short class. That was like an hour and a half. Hey, brother, we're right there, bro. We're right there. We just need. I mean, I just got a message from my lawyer today about our patent filing, and our patent filing is. It's like, please find attached your filing receipt and welcome letter to the U.S. Patent Trademark Office. This verifies your application was filed and received properly with all the requirements that your filing date of blankety blank is official, which under the first to file system in the U.S. means that nothing publicly disclosed or patent applications filed on or after blank is prior to your patent application. So that's what Johnny said. Johnny says that oftentimes we are giving terminology to things that didn't have terminology in hip hop. You know, phoneticism and lyrical symmetry and, you know, phonetic compatibility and, you know, all these different things. And sometimes you grow up with those things because you're around people who innately have those things. If you're around a crew, right? If you're around people who already do that, you absorb that naturally. That's something that happens naturally because you're around people. But if you're not and you're self-taught and you teach yourself bad habits, you're not going to know these things. You're not going to understand these things. There's no black belt there to hold you accountable. There's no brown belt there to hold you accountable. There's no system. There's no formal system of training. See, I didn't know I actually wanted to teach until I started teaching. Then it was like, oh, I actually have input over the development of this art, this artist. Minutes before, enemies pour in through the suffering misery doors, abrupt invisibly coarse, stuck with the cynic's remorse, and thus, war. Only once. Yep. Type 4 rhyme lord eyesore. Yeah, you don't have to pay to take the class. You just have to be able to get there, do the work, do the homework. Distorted a bit. Do another realm while immortal said. Other half. Try to get back to the We're gonna get out of it, man. We're gonna remember back where it's like, man, remember we used to do shit before this? I tell people, whatever you're doing right now, I'm gonna pay you triple to do it for GU. I was talking to, I wonder how you explain what I call symmetry breaking. Probably the way you just described it. If there's symmetry within a scheme or there's symmetry within a package, then I'm sure there are ways to break that symmetry and be artistically effective. But of course, you're doing that and I'm going to be the one to judge, right? If you're just doing that for the non-initiated and they don't have any idea of what this is, and you do that for them, they're not going to, I don't think they're going to receive it in the same way. But you have to know symmetry, right? You have to know and be able to recognize symmetry before you're able to break symmetry. That's why I tell a lot of my students, you haven't earned the right to take liberties yet. The last travel, black apple, in the bass of rhyme lord, mind war, type 4. But this is why I love the theory of rhyme. I love, I just love rhyme and phonetic theory, the sort of concept of it all. Forever, all life is clever. Living in a city on the tide of forever, sightful and never. Agreed. Well, and again, if you're teaching, if you're coaching, right, and you see a student who wants to do things like that, but they haven't, and I mean, I say it like this loosely, but they haven't earned the right to do that yet through training and study, then you as a coach have to be like, hey, hold on. Before we get to that, before you start trying to do X, Y, and Z, like I had to tell, oh, I'm about to play that right now. If you want to wait a couple seconds, because this song's almost over. But like you as a coach have to be able to recognize, like, this person is trying to do something well beyond their means. And the reason why that's important is because if you can master the things that will lead up to you being able to do that, then you'll do what you're trying to do naturally, as opposed to trying to force yourself in a state where you can do that and you don't really understand why it is you're doing it. Music is a funny thing where you can learn how to do something, but not also learn at the same time why you're doing it. And that could be dangerous if you're learning a particular craft, because you're skipping steps, skipping things that you may need to learn. So oftentimes, I won't only teach people what to do. I'm going to teach people also why they're doing it like this. The how is easy. Once you understand basic phoneticism, basic timing, the how is easy. The why is what begins to become complex. The more foundational information you have to operate from or operate on, the more you're able to see reasons why you don't have to apply it in certain ways, where you don't have to be symmetrical here. But I don't want you doing that. I don't want you trying that until you master what it means to be symmetrical. The basic fundamentals. Blue belt, purple belt. Those are the fundamentals. White belt is you coming into my school and letting me know you don't know how to do this. You submit to the idea that you are uninitiated, that you are untrained, that you are uneducated. You come into my class, you come into my school as a white belt, you're there for two reasons. One, to learn, and two, to get your ass whooped. And to learn how to get your ass whooped, so you can learn how to whoop ass. A lot of people want to whoop ass before they learn how to get their ass whooped. Actually doesn't work that way. Or rarely does it ever work that way. This is why I believe I have an effective teaching style. Because the first thing you do when you come to me is submit. And if you can't do that, you can't be taught. You can't be educated. See, the grasshoppers in my class know that they're grasshoppers. They don't fight that. They don't resist that. You can only run an effective dojo when you have that. When you have that culture. But here's the thing. If I slap you all over the mat, if I roll you all over the mat, what are you learning? You're learning how to get back up. You're learning what positions to not be in. You're learning what not to do. For every time you do it, a coach of mine is going to correct you. See, my coaches will correct you on the spot. Johnny Hoax is going to say, Mr. Jiggs is going to say, EOC Pitus, Sci-Fi, Blue Picasso, they're going to say, unacceptable. Because Gray wouldn't allow that. You can only learn in those circumstances if you're willing to accept that in the school that you're training in. The school must have a culture of submission to the craft in order for it to make sense. So that's why I teach the way that I do. And that's why my students learn the way that they do. And I go back to the idea of, I didn't know I was going to be a teacher until I started teaching. Throughout the week, I wear different hats, different personas. One day I'm a starship captain, the other day I'm a business CEO, the next day I'm a coach. Other days I'm a colleague, a business partner, a battle buddy. But you have to have the right understanding of when you're going into a particular curriculum with the right mindset to learn and leave everything that you've learned at the door. So I appreciate that. I'm gonna norch up and play some Grasshopper. Cheers.
Drastic. I'm trying to finalize this trade between you, heaven and hell, involving your first round draft picks. Asterisk, you'll know who's robbing you maskless. Flee from the guillotine, we're known for dropping new baskets. Blast this across the Omni, all anomaly. Off of the Donny, walking calmly through this lost Jumanji. This is different, but you all deny me. While I traverse the realities that you author blindly. Often they would scoff at our offering, called it awkward timing. If I can walk through the portal first, you can walk behind me. Yeah, I'm atheist, but I talk divinely. Any of you ever been stalked for rhyming? No, I didn't think so. A Strange Days one-off classic, this is not a sequel. The sixth member of SG-1 with a hefty gun. You'll get dismembered, affecting sons, but I'll bet we won. Them the afraid, living in hate, the Simeon's fate. Fishing in lake, if they're biting, I might give thee a plate. Idiom vague, plenty innate, trivium, dealing in bait. From straight oblivion gate, giving them full obsidian slate. If I pay respect off the top, I'm avenging with blade. Each of it taken off of a block, I'm offending in ways you wouldn't ontologically get shocked from living in pain. Even if all of this stops, the potential exists. Think you calling the shots? Determinism dissents. You even call on your gods. For me, none of it fits. I'm sure to most apex entities, I'm a son of a bitch. I'ma get through this maze, even if I have to invent how to sift through the ways. Meaning in non-Euclidean, unlocking different shades. Limited like compendium in spite of living in rage. It's splendid conversing with the ascended. If it's mercifully emerging from words that burst in a sentence, you're cursed in an instance. Aversion perturbed and the surge is complicit. A permanent purge, see him lurking with murderous interest. Loaded for bear, coded for lair, over the snare. The opening's there, hope to despair, frozen in fear. Stuck in this motion, he's toting his gear. The harsher the critic, the more potent the smear. Globalist fear, chosen the spear, broken a sear omen. Open ears, hoping they don't want to hear him open. I'm poking at weird slogans, roving bear token. My flow is the nearest ocean. Hold his beer, he's boasting a mere quotient. I appear gross as defiantly weird cogent. Lying there dying, he's high in the gears frozen. Iron steer firing, flying with rare Trojans. Motive clear, yeah. Nihilist goaded giant of focus, but pious and pulpy to draw upon Mayan and Vulcan. Rhyme and emotions, knowing his mind is as open. Time for devotion, he is designed from the broken golden tear. These rappers, they scatterbrain. We shatter frame with the precision of batarang. Same shit boiling, we spit on the track again. Different toilets, justice depends on the bladder stain. Yeah, Gray Square.
That song is incredible. That's a Greydon square that just simply does not care anymore. Grasshopper is literally what happens when I simply don't care about rap anymore. And I'm just like, rhymes. More rhymes? Of course. More rhymes.
More rhymes.
More rhymes.
Yeah. Yo. Ready for war, you'll bet he draws machete and swords. He's heavy in gore, you said he's lost, so let him ignore. Came to settle the pettiest scores, the alien who said he was for. The nightmare that Freddy adores, bevy of scorn. Medley born, deadly is form, readily worn. Effigy porn. Test to be gone, he's heavenly. Let him be warned, whatever they throw him, he's ebony. Blessed be the weaponry, pursuing knowledge that reeks of legacy. Coming and peep the completed recipe. Nirvana peak ecstasy, puffing in peace with the Chiba next to me. To sun and east that'll reach the west of thee. Diving in pools you see as extra deep, rivaling ghouls. Architecting my code effectively, compiling the rules. If this journey you stay patient, then when you study you can catch me in the middle at the way station.
The tables are tipping, the competition is winning. They never heard of attrition, they thought the end, the beginning. I'm on that turtle speed, ninja shit. Put me on my back, I'm on that shrimping tip. Now you on that rabbit, go to sleep a bit. Take an L, places I've been hunting, I won't ring a bell. Known for pushing rocks uphill, we'll be trapped for Gargamel. Get lifted and spit with the most gifted. Transmit sound waves to Orion's sickness. Trend with killer gorillas for less weakness. But choose pieces of thesis, I'm left sleepless. In a lotus position, I sit and ponder the mission. The training is done, I still can't quit the human condition. I do it for y'all, the target's Elysium. I keep a magazine in case of an issue. Set to stun, but it could also melt tissue. If we in the room, the game is official. Dread to stand at attention, G, you send the next mission.
Caught in between a material world and beautiful concepts. The supernatural battles the immovable object. Long live the conflict, universal axioms and physical constants. To unengage with nonsense, I feel a calmness, a coming of age. Monsters in my DNA, I summon their rage. I fear what I become under the thumb of the page. Soon as I utter a phrase, just a sudden urge to rumble the cage and break free. Night shift, lights flicker, forces collide. Borderline hero story in form of a rhyme. Sources divine, assorted designs embedded inside portraits of the mind. Come and read diaries of a madman, melodies of a phantom. The anthem in his hands for ransom. Advanced level syllable formation. Music metamorphosis on a course headed towards the North Station.
Starseed, moving through the earth, look at our speed. Partially Martian, I'm hardly embarking. Looking to the stars, I'm departing. Shift through dimensions swiftly, it's alarming. But as I move through it, ruthlessly in tune with it. I could have picked tonight that I'm lucid, but you assume that I'm foolish. I'm pulled to this road, I'm a school to this group, but we're still ghoulish. I'm moved to the roof and then poof, I'm loose and it's useless. I'm proof that improvement is ruthless. And our reality soon will be doomed. Do we stand at the tomb of the galaxy? Imbued in a soft glow, I'm still balancing. You could have moved the ballast to palace for you, your majesty. I'm sick with it, wicked, intense, and incident. A nuisance, walking through earth that you sent to fix it. Some Doctor Who shit. Are you interested? Cause it's interesting how you ended where you did. More rhymes.
More rhymes.
More rhymes.
More rhymes.
A new beginning for mankind. A new chapter in human history will open right here on my island. Forgive me. Sometimes I do get ahead of myself. Allow me to explain.
Gravity's a savage, back and wreaking havoc on the fascist theocratic. Leave the matic, no more hordes. Now I'm targeting overlords, Toga Gore. I roam the noble board with bow and sword. Going forward like Kobe scored. To show me more, it's Mick Foley core, holy war. Roving force, descend upon lonely fort. Celestial judges holding court. I'm from a planet that's older than most suns. Colors on the canvas, I'm hoping they don't run. Every citizen God, every lyric is broad. Heavy sentiment, leveraging every enemy barb left of interested. I'm at peace when I'm isolated. The high debated, the all potential, this pride language. Coded in for sound inside the cadence. I bet you'll come to know a different oscillation when you vibe the Greydon.
And what is it? You understand? That you should have killed me when you had the chance. I agree. I suppose it wouldn't be very heroic. I, on the other hand, have no pretensions about being a hero.
Take cover when rhyme flies. My 5 guys are fried where beef take 9 lives. Mile high, from peak get piled right. On street, all concrete, hear loud cry. Knots left be mount sized. Off top, raw drop, leaving your mouth wide. All knock, call cops screaming, we bout die. My weakness is either seeking to free them, it's either or thinking with the deepest of peoples of all minds. Submitted for archive, tectonic vivids, my lyrics be fault lines. My mission is a commitment to drilling in with a militant diligence till it's filled with our own kind. So I be chillin' in my spaceship, a still an honored facelift, center loaded caseless with all of the villains your heroes hated, lost to greatness. Faded in the gray mist, but dope enough to stay up in your playlist. Don't play with us, we know the coldest ancients. Knock it, of course, is omniversal incarnate, we were shot from the source. Your birds don't even have the option to soar. We just glide throughout each eternity with different plots to explore.
There comes a time when a house has been so damaged by termites that you must not only kill the termites, but demolish the house and build again. Diabolical. Visionary.
Hey, Sar, how you doing? Ambush situation, I can play that.
I feel I was denied. Critical. Need to know. Information.
You misunderstand, we like the stupid. They fight to rule this. Everyone else thinks we're making priceless music. I write what qubits describe. Proof in at times, cruising the music with a humanist vibe. You smell me? I'll snatch the nostrils off your face and stare with crazy flair for not bumping Blue Picasso or Greydon Square. Timing's ill, every day running rhyming hills, swiping the bodies on the side when I have time to kill. Sign the bill if you're presidential. If not, your whackness gets multiplied exponential. If y'all play, then it's ball game all day. Parlaying bets, often lost in the stargaze. It's our day in the sun, you throwing shade, cause you hate the way our energy comes from solar rays. So scroll the page, show the stolen pace car racing through motorcades, blowing haze, coasting.
Well, we're sorry. And they just changed all of a sudden. We would have warned you, but they knocked out the radio tower.
What happened?
Well, when the radios went out, I decided to return to the refinery. But en route, I find I'm in an ambush situation.
And as an artist wants the greatest on the planet, to share his view and passion was a gift he never planned it. He's just a stand-in, a place where you could call your home. Landed on your feet, on the street with a microphone. The night was long, but the fight was sure to carry on. Everything he dreamed up, in spite of it, he'd write a song. The light is gone, you'd hear it from a mile away. We're going down, only thing you heard the pilot say. And so you jumped ship and ran into the IOA, but you slipped and fell on some child out on aisle A. The file date was written on the envelope. You know the wait is over, sitting on the Senate dope. The antidote is coming into focus. My bed along, bending over, flower in the crocus. These bogus rappers, they will get no notice. I'm drawing strength in muddy water, perfect sleeping lotus.
Must have been a couple of dozen of these things. I dropped the first wave with semi-auto fire, but they just kept coming. Sheer luck, most of them were in front, so I just popped it in the sixth wheel and ran them down. The ones that got on board, I handled with a combination of small arms fire and hand-to-hand technique. I am completely out of ammo. That's never happened to me before.
First of all, who the fuck else in hip-hop has ever sampled Burt Gummer? Right? Like, what an obscure fucking sample. And the way I flipped that shit, I don't like giving myself a lot of credit all the time. Most of the time, I don't really like giving myself credit. But come on, dog. What the fuck? Flipping the Burt Gummer sample? It's so stupid. It's so dumb. What else you want to hear from? He said, I dropped the first wave with semi-auto fire, but they just kept coming. Stupid. I want to see a scene of just that, because you know, well, I'm not going to spoil anything. You just have to see it. You just have to see it. If you've never seen Tremors 2, you've never seen the best. You've never seen the best Tremors movie. It's so crazy how much music I actually have. I did not realize that at this point in my life I would have as much music published as I do. So that is weird.
Good God. Doesn't sound like any radio signal I've heard.
Maybe it's a voice. All right, well, I found the quadrant.
Slapper.
Yeah.
Unified.
Cylindrical, cyclical citadel. Most of these literal little imbeciles boast pillow throw syllable. Critical of the riddle's intent. Living with self while trying not to be just a cynic's revenge. Cruising the planet-wide city lit blunt smoke. Echo monopolist, a trillion beings looking at dust slow. Regular resident, I go for the gusto. Yeah. Never disparaging the folks who don't bust flow. Cosmic accosted, obelisk hostage. Monolith option from the ominous doctrine. Galactic structures in my uniform. Entropic style. Dialectic consonants and logic vowels. Stupid forms. It's kung fu where suns move. And you still expect to do damage with a gun tool. View alignment through one school. Unified. This is where the uncomfortable truth resides. A city on the type of forever. Where solar beam auras light the weather. All life is clever. Progeny who rose high from nether. Logically bestowed by the debtor. Living in a city on the type of forever. Insightful as ever. Residents who code life together. Tethered to the growth like it's better. Below types get severed. Radically remote type endeavor. Blast a hole in your galactic roll. Watch the ripples in time and space from when I slap the folds. From the rarest platinum to average gold. I flatten globes, smacking probes. Brought me before the Omni in an astral robe. Rap battle, fast travel. Last saddle, the top of Pegasus, black tallow. Spewed in front of the class rabble. You judge but lack gavel. A rabid vassal in the castle's glow. Rhyme lord, where every vector away from weapon is mind war. ×4. Seeking deep, but there's more to find. I've warned your kind. Scanning these existential quarter lines give you eyesores. Immortalized in high court. And now you know what I'm despised for. Show us 2 cents to this true worth when you dying for it. Take the info, get it chopped up, put inside the course. As we fly towards a city on the type of forever. Where solar beam auras light the weather. All life is clever. Progeny who rose high from nether. Logically bestowed by the debtor. Living in a city on the type of forever. Insightful as ever. Residents who code life together. Tethered to the growth like it's better. Below types get severed. Radically remote type endeavor. From set to block, Klingon 12 to Gryffindor. We run with the Mandelbrot. It doesn't mean we're dissing yours. Kick the gore the width of swords. Split the horde amidst a score of 6-4. Split galore. Shit your drawers when we switch to form. Verbal scat, this is lyric porn. Eternal black in infinite form. Resembling tracks that pivot orange. I'll smother in a couple of moves. And I'm betting that you didn't even know that colors can move. Did you? I'm relaxed destruction, a cruise missile. A fat concussion of who hit you. A black Russian, the fast substance. Tracks luscious, axe cutlass. Puffin' like the true facts attract justice. Nothing I could do but give back love then. Knowing I'ma still gon' keep that tucked in. No matter what, good luck, friend. In the city on the type of forever. Where solar beam auras light the weather. All life life is clever. Progeny who rose high from nether, logically bestowed by the debtor. Living in a city on the type of forever, insightful as ever. Residents who code life together, tethered to the growth like it's better. Below types get severed, radically remote type endeavor.
The evolution of a natural selection does not tell us the deeper question that we're asking, which is why. What's this deeper reality and what's it up to and why? All it tells us is that whatever reality is not what you see. What you see is just an adaptive fiction.
So just to linger on this fascinating, bold question that shakes you out of your dream state, does this fiction still help you in building intuitions as literary fiction does about reality?
Late and calm, making up songs, breaking your bonds. One of the depraved with the vagrant cons. Run up on the lake of the grave when it dawns. Then I awake in a pod. Journey underway till it's odds with the face of the gods. And the stake in the cause. Looking for mistakes and the flaws, I crave for the stars. But they no longer exist. No more of the new to be had, I stayed on the barge. Right near the warmth of the disc. Taking in the view of the black, I came from the lost yet, and still I'm awestruck. Sitting on the edge of the end with the last bit of cosmos until it's all dust. Waiting on the next to begin to mention it. So pen till the brain breaks, maybe even the pen from the save state. Enter the simulation, I'm a mainstay. Well, just trying to see you ascend to the same place. So blend till we change fates. You don't want it to end, but you can't stay. So leave us with the kin that we gain late, and the bow and arrow of then that we aim straight. It's all recursive, broad immersive, alls we purchase. All to circumvent the laws we work with on a dark ship. Many of us long from purpose. Credited to raw emergence, sever it from costly churches. As a veteran of lofty searches that can sell them on the bogs we lurking as impediment to godly worship.
Well, it's interesting that you say introspect to the bottom. Because, again, this is in the same spirit of what I said before, which is it depends on what answer you give to what's beyond space-time, what answer we would give to your question, right?
Our position, cost admission, all existence. Raw commitment with evolved conviction as we all live as citizens of starless fiction. Charred through ages, for all new life here, a small few pages. Long view night air and all new matrix. And hues of light where it's all too basic. Nested, every path you're on, you've already selected. With you lasting long in the depths of the essence, you can crash these songs on celestial efforts. In the vast of it all, we created the nexus. Sans imperfections, we readily etched it. Canvas reflected, we aggressively tested. Novels ingested, all for the irrelevant respite. Built up on a ship in a bottle, only to build it on a ship in a bottle. Loaded for living on the blip in the hollow, with more experience than any can follow. Aboard a city of committee and power. Many want ascending in ours, we are known to take infinity showers. The MOs make the lineage ours, though we are coded from a synergy prowess. The feet alone to make our enemies cower. Set in its track and the rest is freeform, where we simulate sex in the flesh and the threats of excess and where death is a respawn. When you plug in the abyss under risk of the stresses and pressures to keep going, you just see all the seconds as ocean with waves of a days to get wrecked in the sea storm. Probe ley lines. Outside of this, there is no space-time. Dousing about mountain amount, countless accounts vouch for devout bold face lies. Best neural headsets, whole play lives. Call for the exit and whole stakes die. The simulacra, image opera, living off of the old great minds.
Unfortunately, I still don't know if you went all the way down. It's possible that this kind of whatever consciousness is, it is somehow digging at a deeper truth of reality, but you still don't know when you get to the bottom. You know, a lot of people, they'll take psychedelic drugs and they'll say, well, that takes my mind to certain places where it feels like that is revealing some deeper truth of reality. Still, it could be interfaces on top of interfaces. That's, you really don't know. I mean, Gato's incompleteness is that you really don't know.
My own view on it, for what it's worth, because I don't know the right answer, but my own view on it right now is that it's never ending. I think that if this is true, and if consciousness is somehow important or fundamental in the universe, this may be an important fundamental fact about consciousness itself, that it's a never-ending exploration that's going on in some sense.
We do what we want to do. We take what we want to take. The same way when your United States government wanted Iraqi oil fields, they just took them. We do that. We take gold, and you speak so badly of us. When we skirt the rules like your Congress does to make the rules work for them, we do that. You call us thugs. Trying to avoid these shady separatists, hypocrite progressives in 90s and 80s references, fearmonger conservatives pushing their fear of estrogen, state operatives lurking, ensuring we're not a threat to them. Republicans love it, you'll find their silence deafening, push the corporate socialism right behind the elephant. To the limousine liberal, I'm nigger black, the token push their narrative, victimhood of skinny class. The atheist community bent over for the Democrats, forfeited more, now you can't get it back, or you bought up the false duopoly. clutch and flex. Vote ashamed to wonder why I trust you less. Roll with failure on the hunt to snuff success. No, I don't have to be on the right to say fuck the left. Never house slave, keep your selective outrage, your lip service about change, and your decrepit mouse maze. Remaining true to rap, even if I'm the last to do it. While these raps and mics gravitate towards trap music. Half do this and get smacked stupid. When I smash, people run in different directions like a mass shooting. They expected me not to reach through music. Every week they throw out new puzzles for us to be confused with. Just another from where the streets are ruthless. Now I teach for all my ancestors who had to sneak to do it. There's bluff and there is all. There's a reason they don't want you to call, but we will if we have to. The struggle to evolve, but humanity suffering and all the way through the vacuum. Madden wanna swap fly, drop rhymes on anybody not in your top 5. Yeah, where am I amongst the greatest to spit? No quintet, then I'd better be next on the list. Cult of intelligence, Snowden relevant data they collect and hope to leverage the bulk of. They selling it, failure of the leadership, veiled from the beat of it. Nailed to ever lowercase t's for even speaking this. Paralyzed as they wanna sever ties while I'm left to sterilize this right-left paradigm, and therein lies the main issue. We proud dumb, our geniuses are ashamed of sharing the same brain tissue. North's on the floor with the slain till I see Black Lives Matter go to war with the gang lords. It's the same score, more to name, save for those who understand who's running game, who came forth. Change course, get tossed in the ether. No more off-duty, lost puny gods to deceive us. It's protocol, no one lost, no one hawking their Jesus. No Qurans, no Imams, no Bhagavad Gitas, nah. There's bluff and there is all. There's a reason they don't want you to call, but we will if we have to. The struggle to evolve, but humanity suffering and all the way through the vacuum. Madden wanna swap fly, drop rhymes on anybody not in your top 5. Yeah, where am I amongst the greatest to spit? No quintet, then I'd better be next on the list at 6.
I told you were wasting your time. A colored captain.
I don't know. And to be honest, I don't much care what happens 100 years from now. It's today that matters.
Make me choose between theirs and yours, of them and you. Neither would be spared in war. System, what I pursue is wisdom. With every view saying if you ain't with it, you're against them. Mention it, cancellation imminent. They want you to join the network side without a benefit. They don't know how to care though, as their respect is militant. But they like whack people flow, so I don't really give a shit. Nah, I ain't just no threat, I'm a true independent. You can't tell who I'm a bust on next. So to all political gangbangers, I'm from fuck your hood. Don't even hit me up, it's fuck your set. There's bluff and there is all. There's a reason they don't want you to call, but we will if we have to. The struggle to evolve, but humanity suffering and all the way through the vacuum. Madden wanna swap fly, drop rhymes on anybody not in your top 5. Yeah, where am I amongst the greatest to spit? No quintet, then I'd better be next on the list at 6. Yeah. Yo. I knew it from the song's title. If all tribal, my crew set to hunt you with long rifle. Attack of the fates is lost kaiju. Heed the gravitational space, I'm raw tidal. Puzzle the poem, it's all haiku. Peep the ultra combo to face, I've caused spinal. Leave the aberration in place for all cycles. Lord of lyric is born, sworn in with visions of war. Hordes of the billions of swords lied to. That they tagged me a heartless heathen. When after we pulled off a successful departure sequence, half of me was mad while the rest of us hard to see that the blasphemy to mastery path is a part of genius. So they target us now. We were helping these monkeys climb up the cartage of scale. Leap from the tallest of tales and creep from the harshest of hell. Seen in the demon's quelled spell from the start to the hell legion. For he can tell tales through his art to the frail deacon. A planet of fools with nations that could only take you where animus rules. Distance, fates, blinds, and kismet. Baselines, elate mind, space-time, dimension. Grace via mention. Mission finds the great climb ascended. With you and I chased by the ending. predetermined, it's all luck. Your card sucks, so we coming over the top when we call bluff. Either promote or get your pawn stuck. You have to really have the nerve to ask what lies beyond the construct. Gorgeous disguise. I sit at the bar of infinity, ordering lives, where the joy for bliss or horrid demise. Torn the pleasures, absorbing the cries, inordinate size. Prize, it's cheers to the misery. Why there's even something at all, peers through the mystery. Science is the artisan's god, here's to the ministry. No, I don't need linear cause, history's history.
Nothing in you intrinsically special. Sorry to upset you, but lying, I ain't gonna let you. Everything about us quantified and explored, so your claims of human divinity explode and destroy. All that shit that you love, twisting and likely social conditioning. The stories told by campfire, it's nature we were witnessing. Because of our positioning and lack of understanding, it was answers we demanded, so the myth just got implanted. All those melodies we chanted, it seemed so mystical, spiritual. Words turned to music and seemed artistical, but then we turned it digital. Witnessed all the backlash, they claimed that we just rehashed and told the world that we trashed. They even called us artificial and said we not official. No respect for you, so anything to taunt and dish you. I hope it sounds familiar, maybe do my words bewilder, cause now you looking like they look, so here's a fucking mirror. It's all mathematics, I know you fucking hate it, cause everything you thought was special can be replicated, and you can run from it. Tell us you want none of it, but innovation's exponential, so you look dumb as shit.
Yeah, speak of that, they love to summon it for fun and clicks. Sabotage rungin' and watch them plummet quick. See, it's launch a sword, we don't wanna quit. Starship all aboard, you can stay on your sunken skiff. It's punishment. Peep the journey that they want us sent on. It should be 10 strong. Flying through the gala, but the art has been gone. Claiming they different, but hardly in song. Party and spinning, it's all a big con. EO and Gray with the son of Memnon. Watch the fools distant, dual mission. We know the cost to be unique is too intrinsic. If you ain't willing to pay, expect the villains to slay. You be the clone, you gon' feel it today. Legion. Defamed as a heathen, contained by the strain on the decent, slain for the treason. Principles they change with the season, but E&E is chained to the beacon, playing with the secrets. Yeah.
Zolakar, the first wielder, rose from Hrothgar's fires, wielding doom. He united the tribes and forged an empire, forever changing our fate.
Our battle cry, submit or die. They don't consider why the slightest provocation we waiting to let them lasers fly. Some even brave to try and battle back the state of time, but die with me and dropping fleet rises and starts to mobilize. An ancient race that boasts eons of steady dominance. It's no coincidence, you now witness divine providence. Spawn of the dragon, their hopes will get destroyed and abandoned. There are no equals or no worthy combatants. We are the blood of Zolakar, the purging of all stars. We exist because the end of existence needs avatars. Your planets by the time we get finished are all charred. All the corpses that remain have the mark of a sickle scar. The star system after star system, memories of scarred victims. The ones that do survive, we circle back and go and get them. Bombard from orbit with planet destroying ordnance, and everyone can get it, from leaders to their subordinates. All we need is coordinates. Millions of ships are swarming and the storm begins. Entropy waving, no time to mourn your friends. The heralds of the void, imperiled to the spoiled, leave them curdled and boiled in fertile soil. We heathens, in the name of the mothers, we flaming the others, and pain they will suffer and leave their bodies laid in the gutter. They never recover. We swarm and move on just like the locust does. So if we think your plan is the shit, we taking over, cuz your people are weak and you all couldn't keep it. And for the glory of the empire, we took it and reaped it. It's ours.
You were surprised to hear a master admit to having emotion?
Yes.
Emotions can be a powerful tool. To deny their existence is illogical, but you must learn to control them.
Why?
You wish to be taught.
I would question everything you say.
You would not be a worthy pupil otherwise. Let us begin.
The first question, is it even logical? The mastery of craft, if the achievement is possible. Logic or not, people chase it. Following thoughts of breaking laws to teach the layman the secret language. Each is taken to the deepest location to observe the leader speak to a nation. Unified, let me kick to them the curriculum, the source we get the wisdom from, the centering, our system of mentoring choices. Nature is our training space. This is where we go for broke. The dojo is a sacred place. So grab your gi, prepare yourself to battle me. The goal is the sole prevention of becoming the casualty. You suffer less when you have to learn to do it well, but you can learn how not to if you find out what the truth entails. And you will fail many times over, then come to learn from mistakes like any fine soldier, only to emerge alone and superb. What turns most people off is going through the work, rolling through the hurt, digging through the manuscripts and combing through the words, putting older students first. He's to make simple, complex systems, admit faults, scrutinize everything and project wisdom. They visit with him after the class as he ponders if he ever really mastered the craft, passing the grass, hoping he could tackle the task of suddenly teaching his pupils to lasso the vast. The length of the trial is painstakingly lifelong. It might be the ultimate asymptote to set your sights on. The illusion will be it's close enough to seize, and one day you might buy the notion it's something you've achieved, but I would argue you're no closer than ever. The path costs life, total mastery is extra. You understand that there's always someone that can teach you, forever novice, even though they call you Sifu. The truth is, being one and achieving it's not mutually exclusive, just the unity's elusive. There in all his nudeness, careless while he's tearing off the errant flaws protruded. There in all, let us pause for the perilous cause. A former derelict who would become a master cause he cared to evolve. Beginners look at this as his life, intermediates right, while the experts look to him for advice. Elated for better, he chases forever, patient and clever. With the weaknesses he waited to sever, obsequious without the preachiness. All the skill and wisdom means nothing without the leadership, it's still a struggle. Watch his effortless detailed explanation of information. He'll break it down to its foundations and clear the rubble. Beginning as a fan of it, then he as an artist had a hand in it. As a legend he spread across the planet since. Case of what the standard is, in between the honor and respect is where they sandwich him. I don't know how he manages. He planned to dedicate his life to it. This ain't a fight movement to him, it's an example of life tuning. The only prize he ever ran after, so maybe one day he'll stand amongst the grandmasters. For those who chose to brave the endless journey, the lonely road paved by unsung heroes we've lost, we dedicated to those who should be elevated. You shouldn't follow if you don't plan to give it your all. For those who chose to brave the endless journey, the lonely road paved by unsung heroes we've lost, we dedicated to those who should be elevated. You shouldn't follow if you don't plan to give it your all. Yeah. Yo, for all the stars out there. Radio flows from the paleo age. I take slaves of the radio and cave in the cranial cage. Bars only spit harmonious. As far as loneliness, rather be that than the phoniness. Dazed and confused, my physics lessons take them to school. You only fail me if you breaking the rules. Rich harmonics if you hit our chronic. We might actually be able to get somewhere if we just are honest. Divergent rhyme surgeon who's quite certain that teaching through music was his life's purpose. He's hopeless without, only uses his craft on people who open their mouth. Here's hoping they doubt, anticipation like a chess move. Only with the paper and patience will they respect you. You better not be special or going through your death throes, cause they won't heal anything on you save for a flesh wound, so press through. Starbreaker, trying to craft the beach just to see where the art takes us. Logically confusing, confused with the raw flavor. Knowledge from the deviant pupil of Carl Sagan, operating under the title of Starbreaker. Pull the curtains back to reveal that it's all made up. Making shorter work of the zealots and false saviors. Always in the lab and while looking at hard data, I discovered layered textures hidden within rare lectures. stay a specter. I think it's a fair gesture. You crater the pressure while the knowledge that I spit is free. The flavor is extra. When you mention me, make sure you bring up I was all in. That through melody and brute lyric, I found my calling. There's still Eddie Collins, he's just barely conscious. If he was awake, he'd look at all that he accomplished. A twist of fates, fiction, listen and base. The supplies that you brought are not in good issue and taste. I'm just being honest, grieve your wallet, leave your future unmourned. I was producing these kinds of songs before your son formed. None warned, everybody caught off guard. As a world eater, eats their planet a la carte. And you ask me what my problems are. I'm trying to leave into space, and you just happy that you got a job. Starbreaker, trying to craft the beach just to see where the art takes us. Logically confused and confused with the raw flavor. Knowledge from the deviant pupil of Carl Sagan. Operating under the title of Starbreaker. Pull the curtains back to reveal that it's all made up. Making short of work of the zealots and false saviors. Always in the lab and while looking at hard data, I discovered grimy, dirty shtick, but I still defeat you in 10 to the minus 36 while the night is earliest. Tie the tourniquet and seal his field wound. Fly the burly ship and drop him off at the nearest moon. Hear the boom from the doors as we seal the tomb. Nothing but hip-hop noise as it fills the room. Vaping ash to the face as we permeate throughout the cosmos like gravitational waves. Heat in store for anyone keeping score. Precisely what you get for thinking it's either or. Beats galore, eating like a feeding frenzy. Pieces with envy, what you looking to the preacher for? Too many infinities to count. I spit every out and watch my enemies recount. Nice board, I think I'll explore it on the Night's tour. With a light sword on my way to Type 4. Starbreaker, trying to craft the beach just to see where the art takes us. Logically confused and confused with the raw flavor. Knowledge from the deviant pupil of Carl Sagan. Operating under the title of Starbreaker. Pull the curtains back to reveal that it's all made up. Making short of work of the zealots and false saviors. Always in the lab and while looking at hard data, I discovered the form of Starbreaker. Trying to craft the beach just to see where the art takes us. Logically confused and confused with the raw flavor. Knowledge from the deviant pupil of Carl Sagan. Operating under the title of Starbreaker. Pull the curtains back to reveal that it's all made up. Making short of work of the zealots and false saviors. Always in the lab and while looking at hard data, I discovered the form of Starbreaker. Trying to craft the beach just to see where the art takes us. Logically confused and confused with the raw flavor. Knowledge from the deviant pupil of Carl Sagan. Operating under the title of Starbreaker. Pull the curtains back to reveal that it's all made up. Making short of work of the zealots and false saviors. Always in the lab and while looking at hard data, I discovered the form of Starbreaker. Trying to craft the beach just to see where the art takes us. Logically confused and confused with the raw flavor. Knowledge from the deviant pupil of Carl Sagan. Operating under the title of Starbreaker. Pull the curtains back to reveal that it's all made up. Making short of work of the zealots and false saviors. Always in the lab and while looking at hard data, I discovered the form of Starbreaker. Started off as a group home kid. No mom, no dad, too grown is. Do songs with. Step to the grave for a healthy debate. Now you gon' give. Everything that I spit here is practice. Every day a new beat, I attack it. Why do y'all wanna ignore you till you show up with a hatchet and spit something ratchet? Fuck that, you can have it. I'd rather fade out of hip-hop into madness. Go out like a savage. Before I celebrate these cats that are average, I'll take out their cast with mathematically generated data packets in a brazen fashion. I'll haphazardly rage and blaze these bastards. No fear. Four-tier dimensional transcendence, this guy has to have it. It's both ways. Upstairs in the basement, downstairs in the attic. You so scared, unprepared to view structures beyond comprehension. But when it comes to this West Coast lyricism shit, I don't even get a motherfucking mention. Even closer I mention, they're making popular biochemistry and physics. These blows leave indents against the pseudo-scientific superstitiously fortified. Mortified while reality gets reorganized. Poor disguise, sword the tide, the last rhyme lord to be orphanized. On the monochrome battlefield, technical and massive aggro shield, mass appeal, burnt up atmosphere, post-apocalyptic hazard gear. Purpose, rich in its weight, is worth its wealth. That's why I often try to use single words that are small but are bigger than the whole verse itself. Curtains, lifted and gaze at a multiverse. Then try to imagine your place in it. Your rocket sphere, your patch of dirt. Laugh and hurt, bash the hearse. You either gonna be last or first. I've survived expansion's burst in a micro-sized canister. Scaling the cosmic banister. On the other side with no hands like a jerk. With the sword of Jamie Lannister. With no spacesuit on, walking around like it's Earth. Pass me the blunt, I'm about to get lit. Sitting on the edge of the cliff, but a bottomless pit. But I botched it and slipped, and found out that Greydon Square was really Eddie Collis that fell in. Even that I meant the tryptamine that set in. Couldn't specify, define it, or tell him. Oh well, on with the fall. It really feels like he's not moving at all though. Cthulhu's call, bellowing the most hard to find dude since Waldo. Ancient cargo, I got a band plus a state embargo. To a non-linear plane where your yesterday is mine tomorrow. Try and follow. How could your thoughts be full if your mind is hollow? Grind to grovel. All I really got is time to borrow. Lifespans at times and style rhyme stances that mind bend. Yeah. Extra dimensional contraband with geometries you can't comprehend. Euclidean gnaw, more in the form of a witty idiom bomb. Is this really a song or the infinity within an entity spawn? Lifespans at times and style rhyme stances that mind bend. Yeah. Extra dimensional contraband with geometries you can't comprehend. Euclidean gnaw, more in the form of a witty idiom bomb. Yeah. Is this really a song or the infinity within an entity spawn? I'm Alan Guth when I smash your crew with a rap or two, while I'm still the vast astral that'll hurl your craft into the fractal stew. Who you dashing to? Stunned at the sun like it's magical, fanatical, trying to convince me belief in your God isn't madness. No, you can keep it. Me, I'd rather get lost in a room full of secrets. Who the deepest in rap? I bet they feel off in the pools that I creep in. A movement of seeking, a view of the future. We've all had a peek underneath the guise. Some believe the lies of the reach for highs far out of reach. You just see the mad scientist back on his Omega minus kick. You fail to recognize their inner pupil, practicing a rebellion fist. Beat breaks reshaped by the seascape, while all they see is just a convoluted think tank. Behold the primitivity of free space. You follow trend while we cheat fate. Lifespans at times and style rhyme stances that mind bend. Extra dimensional contraband with geometries you can't comprehend. Euclidean gnaw, more in the form of a witty idiom bomb. Is this really a song or the infinity within an entity spawn? Lifespans at times and style rhyme stances that mind bend. Yeah. Extra dimensional contraband with geometries you can't comprehend. Euclidean gnaw, more in the form of a witty idiom bomb. Is this really a song or the infinity within an entity spawn? Lifespans at times and style rhyme stances that mind bend. Extra dimensional contraband with geometries you can't comprehend. Euclidean gnaw, more in the form of a witty idiom bomb. Is this really a song or the infinity within an entity spawn? Lifespans at times and style rhyme stances that mind bend. Extra dimensional contraband with geometries you can't comprehend. Euclidean gnaw, more in the form of a witty idiom bomb. Is this really a song or the infinity within an entity spawn? That make minds spin. You cannot comprehend. Destroys your postulate. Infinities. Yeah. From Compton to the cosmos. Dr. Evo. You a fool for this beat, man. Sci-fi. Where you at? Yo. Literally speaking, I'm a threat to fixture. I don't step into the picture, I won't accept their scripture. Of apathy and concern, there's a mixture. Still I'm giving them all the finger like Lena Dunham's little sister. These hunters mad, they wanna bag these running stags that hundredses would rather we castrate in front of class. No wonder half the numbered grads are understaffed. We've been unabashed to crunch the math. Humble brag. Predicted ISIS on the Compton effect. Kids who listened to it then said they had to pause and reflect. On to the next legacy step, scattering whenever we wreck. Baffling opponents from every set. Never be next if it's the one to face me. If you settle for less, you better run for safety. You failed the test, I can bring a war to the gods. You struck a nerve, my lyrics hit you like a sword to the jaw. Spit it just morbid and raw. Natives of the wasteland, known as slave pariahs on location. Unified, what up? Nah, seeking no ovation. Survival and competing our vocation. Inside with us. Yeah, barren and decaying. Seen tearing at the courage of the brazen. Survives enough. Ha, errand and impatient. Prepare yourself and share your expectations.
I could pick apart your brain. You're in the sights of sci-fi with an assist from a grenade through a sniper's aim. Foolish men will pull the pin when you were told to take one for the team, but you weren't meant to win. Whose turn is it to cringe?
I figured I better bring cyanide tonight. Hold your signs up and write. You can try it if you'd like, I've decided. The left and the right have left this nation divided. If I could survive the violence of the tyrants, then the virus would be silenced. Preparing to be in order for the coroner. A poisoned hors d'oeuvre for a foreigner in your corridor. Abolish democracy, obviously your ideology isn't working for mankind anymore. You're making people believe that they have a vote. You've started causing wars with Twitter posts, and on the centerfold you've been exposed, so try and hide from conflict. Cause I've just dissected all of your minds and it was nonsense. I'm hoping that all of you find that you're unconscious.
Natives of the wasteland, known as slave pariahs on location. Unified, what up? Nah, seeking no ovation. Survival and competing our vocation. Inside with us, yeah, barren and decaying. Seen tearing at the courage of the brazen. Survives enough. Ha, errand and impatient. Prepare yourself and share your expectations. Liars get the wins while you cry that this offends. You throwing ire at these kids, they know their primaries are rigged. Try to pretend, but deep down you know it's a sham. Fools won't stick to plan. Instead of act, they voice their views on Instagram. This is spam. Beef would be an overstatement. Vehemently sold the hatred, easily to molded patriots. Now wholly atone for your reasoning. You go to these hopefuls, only to be defeated, open and easily.
He's after his master, willing to cast a spell on his friends. After this actually happened, the master snaps and ascends down to the darkness and lights between this ink and my pen. Created life, then took it from you like a flame in the wind. Stay and pretend that you're inspired by the life you're assigned. Hire a guide to do it for you cause you're not that bright. Then decide that no one could ever be better than you cause you're rich. Pull out your credit cards and swipe them one last time on your wrist.
He's a comment to the Islamic, silver bullet to Christendom. Whenever he vomits, the children don't want to sit with him. The stench of truth can disassemble a crew. From chauvinists and Timberland boots to feminists too. Him in the booth, appealing the few. Some get it confused. They listen and want to assemble the troops. Their Stockholm syndrome is proof. A lot goes into their views, but I won't stop until they opt to take the opposite route.
I'm sick of this world. I'm sick of these times. The wickedest shit that'll make you clench your fist. I'm pissed that I couldn't get out of the prison alive. Look at him out to kill him for the most ridiculous crime. I can make a toast like I'm supposed to the criminal minds. You can hide, but they will find you. I'm right beside you. I'm ready to die for this, and I've been thinking, what did I do? I'm done with this rickety bridge that I've been on. I'm calling upon your gods to show us that they exist, or we'll move on.
Natives of the wasteland, known as slave pariahs on location. Unified, what up? Nah, seeking no ovation. Survival and competing our vocation. Inside with us, yeah, barren and decaying. Seen tearing at the courage of the brazen. Survives enough. Ha, errand and impatient. Prepare yourself and share your expectations.
Yeah. Sci-fi. Grand unified music. Greydon Square. Low technology.
Thank you.
Listen, I'm pissed that it's the kiss. I'm feeling a big miss when I wished it. I find that ain't feeling the kind of the motherfucker. It's enough of deception. I'm simplistic, consistent, a million dipshits. A sign, but in front of the crowd that I'm crowded by, it's an nitwit. Sit to this when I really am up too high. Under the clouds now till I found out that I'm brilliant. Somebody fine, feel like I'm really suffering in life. Somebody really should have brought a knife. Someone is heavily waiting in line. Some of you motherfuckers move aside. We're out of time tonight. The whole human race and the lights. The lies that you face inside. The lives that you've wasted, it's sort of simplistic. This life is a life, but it's kind of simplistic. You're tied to this light that you shine, but it's simple. This life, this night, you and I, is simplistic. I try to find you inside. Hello, wait, hi. Nobody knows why you're alive. Nobody knows why you're a low life with no life left to divide. Feeling the goosebumps in his right, still his two up in the sky. Silly ability, back in the building, building a roof too, what a sight. Shoot it up under the moon, yeah, they wondering who did he come with and why. A symptom as sick as more simplistic insight. You sit in a system divine. I'm an artificial intelligent invention, divine. We're out of time tonight. The whole human race and the lights. The lies that you face inside. The lives that you've wasted, it's sort of simplistic. This life is a life, but it's light of simplicity. You're tied to this light that you shine, but it's simple. This lifeless night, you and I, it's simplistic. I try to find you inside. Humanoid, synth to the descendant, descending, sent to the sentence. Coincidentally, sick incidents, intrinsic, eccentric, and sensitive with insensitive intuition. I'm sinfully stuck inside an assembling fifth dimension. Sci-fi and it's intimate, it's my sound and I'm sickened. It's my eyes and alive within my lines is a vision. Marvel at this intention, ain't marvelous in the beginning. Is somebody suddenly gonna be summoning energy? Wonder if they fit an infinity. We're out of time tonight. The whole human race and the lights. The lies that you face inside. The lives that you've wasted, it's sort of simplistic. This life is a life, but it's light of simplicity. You're tied to this light that you shine, but it's simple. This lifeless night, you and I, is simplistic. I try to find you inside. If I found a life, would you tell me I'm out of time for the night? Would you tell me I'm falling down far and die? Was guided by your light. I'm down for the ride. Stars shining, I found the light. Would you tell me I'm out of time for the night? Would you tell me I'm falling down far and die? It was guided by your light. I'm down for the ride. You're a star lighting the night. When I was a kid, I wanted to be a star, so I could help others through the dark. I shine so bright that I get a fart. But the heart that I gave is not enough. Has it brought me luck? Is it awfully tough that I rap every day and you don't give a fuck what I say? It's enough to make me give up. I listen to Pac, I listen to Biggie, I listen to Tech 9, Eminem, and study them. Every pen in my house is fucking empty, nobody is listening. What am I missing? What am I not doing to be listed? What should I stop doing to be mentioned? Or should I start chewing your dimension? So listen aside, simply into the fire, sit and admire. Send an assembly, someone is send and assemble the star. A trembling heart, now that you're listening, I get the feeling I'm lifted apart. Ripped it apart, I'm zipped from the dark, and this is the part where I tell you I'm art. Just with a bar. No need to fear this, you should hear this. It's a near miss and a song. Yes, I am here just to the appearance. I'll just hear shit and be gone. Just so we're clear, I'm not even here to threaten or tear shit from your lawn. I just want the recognition I deserve to stand in the presence of a fucking god. But I'm over it, emotionless. The hope is I cope with this, the notion is I float in a boat with this emotionless. I know to the cold and feeling the focuses. And all that I know, but killing the hopelessness is involved in feeling the vocalist. The noise and the potent, I'm the cultivist. The logic of Vulcan, you could open this hopeless world has been motionless. Hoping my soul isn't over this. I just wanna be heard by every human. I think I deserve it, I'm worthless and perfect. My purpose is urgent, I'm a person. I'm sorry for cursing, no sketching, I'm certain. If I found a life, would you tell me I'm out of time for the night? Would you tell me I'm falling down far and die? Was guided by your light, I'm down for the ride. You're a star shining, I found the light. Would you tell me I'm out of time for the night? Would you tell me I'm falling down far and die? It was guided by your light, I'm down for the ride. You're a star lighting the night.
Astral aligned, my lyrics like to tackle the mind. It's fractal in kind, it dips in like a massive decline. No wonder it's its citizens in back of the line. A fact that defies established, we attack the disguise. Half of it a savage could collapse with his eyes. The other half's the side of madness but redacted with lies. They don't care if it's accurate, they'll back if it vibes. Fuck if it's stagnant, if it's just flexing the status it buys. Put politics and rapping aside. Hip-hop's a chessboard, it's not protecting its castle inside. What is this message to future users, the last to survive? This was meant for the apocalypse, disastrous times. They're cattle, lost in the herd, the answer to hide. It's cancer contrived, the fandom in them cramped and deprived, demand to comply. And I don't care if they listen to us, it's me and sci-fi, we'll let contaminant fly. Never demoted, better for me, veteran focus, head above tree, edifice opus, headed for sea, ever rewrote it, level up each to complete the sequence of reach, set or be molded, settle for peace, or sell it decoded, hell if it's free or whether we own it. Illuminate truth today, proof in a loose way. Rules to break, fools in the mood to slay. Who's to pay? He's gonna lose to gray. Proven fate. It's the illuminated we convene to let the lumens play. We the light that lives in all creatures.
If I found the light, would you tell me I'm out of time for the night? Would you tell me I'm falling down far and I was guided by your light? I'm down for the ride. You're a star shining in found the light. Would you tell me I'm out of time for the night? Would you tell me I'm falling down far and I was guided by your light? I'm down for the ride. You're a star lighting the night.
Yeah, that song is fresh. I'm about to jump into a meeting in a hot second. But I will play Satellite. I just won't be able to hear it. I mean, I'll be able to hear it very, very faintly, but... Dog, he's so fucking stupid, bro. He's the only person that makes me not think of Shohei Ohtani. Like... if you think of just freakish sports feat type shit, he's gonna do some Shohei type shit. He's Like he's gonna have like 20 blocks one game. He's gonna have like, you know, fucking. He's gonna score like that. Reverse was so dumb, dog. I saw it. When you had said it. I don't know who had said it. No, somebody else had said it. Somebody else was watching that game. I can't remember who it was. And they reacted in real time. And then I went on social media and I saw it and I was like, dog, this is too fucking stupid. He's a creative player, bro. He can end the LeBron Jordan debate overnight, dog. Am I on comms? Okay. Like I said, I'm going to be in a meeting, but I will be on comms if somebody needs to talk to me. But that comms will probably be going out to the stream. So I'll see you guys in a hot second. That's true. I don't disagree with that at all. Hey, did you guys hear about this Chauncey Billups thing? Like, this is a real story. Bro. Okay, he's in there. Yeah, it's crazy, but I gotta go. Yeah, I haven't seen it. I don't know what's going on with it, but I don't care about any of that. Damn it. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, yeah. Everyone's kind of freaking out about that. Like, it's pretty crazy. I'm not gonna lie. Or, oh, nice. Sign. Whoop. Sign. What? Oh, yeah. That's crazy. All right, I'll see you guys in a bit. Second issue, Norch. Oh, yeah. Well, what time is it? It's almost 1 o'clock. Yeah, I'm gonna get lunch. Oh, starving. I'll see everybody later. Peace, peace.